quiz. What has an insanely hot and cold surface and is slathered in sulfur and lava lakes? Trick question. It's Io, one of the 4 largest moons of Jupiter. And guess what, Chaseheads? I went there and I got a juicy adventure for you to gorge on. Batters up!
That was not a trick question.
Whatever, Rico. Let's make like a dog and go to this planet, moon, whatever. So, yeah, Io's not a place that's likely to get a 5-star review on TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor actually doesn't list Io at all, which is a shame. The B&Bs there, I hear, are to die for.
Io is not recommended for bipedal exploration. You should remain in orbit.
Sounds great. Fiery hellscape, almost certain death. What's not to like? Getting to Jupiter is gonna stink like monkey fur. I would know. I lived on the planet of the apes for my summer abroad in high school. But unlike that trip, this one will take a while. Even at its closest point in Jupiter's elliptical orbit, the distance between it and Earth is 588 million kilometers. But I have hope we can get there pretty quick. Rico?
Transit duration for NASA's New Horizons spacecraft was only 1 year, 1 month, and 9 days. No other object has achieved faster transit speed to date. Efficiency maximum.
Only? Well, New Horizons was a clunky old space probe. We're in a spaceship designed and built by the smartest minds of a generation. We're some kids behind a dumpster on Earth Prime, whatever. Rico, what's the fastest anything could get there?
Photons traveling at the speed of light would take 33 minutes, 17 seconds.
Oh, okay, great. This ship travels at light speed, right, Rico?
Assumption incorrect.
I don't understand. Does it go at light speed?
Negative.
I'm not following you.
This ship does not travel at light speed.
No way I'm dying on this moon. So what if it's hot and volcanic and can crush me at any second? This time, I'm coming prepared. I know a place where I can get exactly the gear I need. This place is so epic, so awesome, only a few people know of it. Now we're talking. I got this fire proximity suit over here to get close to the volcanoes. This bad boy's good for up to 1,000 degrees.
I strongly advise against it. According to my calculations, fire proximity...
Yeah. Nobody asked you, Rico. Just make yourself useful and I don't know, set a course to Io or something. Watch out, Jason! Did you know that Jupiter has anywhere between 80 and 95 moons? You'd think there'd be a specific number, but no. Scientists are still counting them. Seems like they have a lot of time on their hands. Just like me. Huh? I'm gonna guess that's Io. Finally!
Correct. We arrived into the orbit of Io.
Cool. Yo everyone, finally made it to the orbit of Io. I am beyond stoked. What are we waiting for, Rico? Land this puppy.
Running pre-landing calculations.
Okay, well, neither of those look promising. Thankfully, those dumb simulations don't mean anything. You see, Jupiter's got this massive magnetic field, way more powerful than Earth's. It's enough to throw off any simulation. It'll probably be a breeze landing. Jupiter and Io are about 422,000 kilometers apart, like an overeager puppy trying to lick your face. Jupiter's magnetosphere is constantly jumping up on Io. Wild. What the hell is that? Jupiter is robbing Io of its goods. Literally a metric ton of material is ripped off of Io's surface per second. Then all of that space booty gets charged from radiation and transforms into a donut of material. And in the first time ever, scientists have named it the most awesome thing. A plasma torus. Sounds like my kind of donut. Some people like an old-fashioned glazed, some people like a classic chocolate with sprinkles. Me, I prefer an intense cloud of radiation. Plasma torus. Rico, by the way, this fire proximity suit is resistant to radiation, right?
Negative.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
I mean, no. Fire proximity suit is not suitable for environment with high radiation. Your chances of survival are 0.02%.
Great. What does RICO even stand for? Really encouraging, caring, omnibot.
Encouraging starts with an E.
Shut up, starts with an S. Alright, RICO doesn't recommend me using this fire proximity suit like it's not good for radiation or something. But guess what? I only need to spend 5 seconds on Io to complete my mission. And this suit has gotten me killed. Like, too many times, okay? This time, I plan to survive.
Landing sequence initiated.
Landing might be tough for a regular guy, cause Io cuts straight through Jupiter's magnetic lines, aka turning this little ball into an electric generator. But me, I've got this, oh shit! Rico? This is crazy! I wish someone had shown me a simulation so I knew what to expect! Welcome to the surface of Io. Little known fact, Io is the most volcanically active place in the entire solar system. These magma spitters are extremely active, and there's like hundreds of them, as far as the eye can see. Some of these bad boys barf lava dozens of kilometers into the air. How sick is that? Yikes, that was a rough landing. And what's up with all these volcanoes? I've never seen anything like it. Now you, like me, might be wondering, what's causing all of this? And the answer is gravity. When it comes to planetary gravity, Jupiter is the heavyweight sumo wrestler champion of the solar system. But Europa and Ganymede, Io's neighboring moons, are also pulling on it. Guys, I landed on Io, but there was a problem. Not gonna lie, it wasn't a smooth landing, but like Io has all these volcanoes and like lava lakes everywhere. There's all these tidal forces pulling and pulling on this thing. The surface of the moon is constantly changing. Honestly, guys, get in the comments, but like don't be too harsh on Rico for his like awful calculations. Like seriously, the worst trash bag calculations I've ever seen. Oh, Rico, you were here the whole time? Anyways, gotta change into my fire something suit. Get out there, gotta go fast. The ship is sinking.
Warning, temperature reading at 1,200 degrees Celsius.
What? But Io is a cold moon. I read in National Geographic's Picture Book for Dummies that it had an average surface temperature of minus 130 degrees Celsius. That's like minus 200 degrees Fahrenheit.
That is correct. However, temperatures can peak to as high as 1,600 degrees Celsius in the vicinity of volcanoes. There is also a high concentration of sulfur. Your new spacesuit is not recommended. You would not be able to breathe.
I do love breathing, but I also love this suit. It's so shiny. It's giving disco.
Mission complete. Warning, dangerous conditions.
Yeah, looks like it.
What's this atmosphere made out of again?
Sulfur, the gas that is not recommended for breathing, and makes your voice deeper.
Okay, so lesson learned. Apparently you can't survive for more than a minute on Io, and I'll be returning that suit for a full store credit. Alright, so like the extreme temperatures and really 0% oxygen led to a lot of issues here. Organ failure, for one. Io was not pleasant. Yeah, I died, but really, I just can't stand sulfur. Like, why do they put that stuff in rotten eggs? Gross, man. I'd rate Io a binary 2 out of 1010. Since we're in the area, though, why not check out the moon with the best cross-country train network? Europa. For you Star Wars nerds, Europa is the closest thing to Hoth I've ever seen. This chill planet is the epitome of that science class where you kept putting stuff in liquid nitrogen. It just freezes it! But here's the wildest thing. So I was looking for a new drill on Craigslist and ended up getting a clue to something epic. Europa might be host to some creepy, crawly buddies. Straight up aliens! That's why NASA and SpaceX and Jeff Bezos and Oprah sent me, their favorite astro adventurer vlogger, on a mission to find this out. Can anything survive this planet that's as cold as ice, or is it just another one-way trip to Disappointmentsville? Mission Control, this is Chase, orbiting Europa and ready for landing. Did you know it would actually take you like 6 years to get here from Earth? But luckily, I'm already here, and I love finding new alien buddies when they're not trying to kill me.
All right, Chase, initiate the landing sequence.
Already on it. Rico, start the landing sequence. I totally forgot.
Landing sequence initiated. 500 meters and descending. 400 meters. 100. Touchdown confirmed.
Oh, it's bright! It's bright! Oh, my eyeballs! Oh, okay, I was not expecting that. Like, Europa is 5 times farther away from the sun than Earth, so it gets like a baby spoon of sunlight. But similar to the extremely icy places on Earth, the ice is actually reflecting a bunch of sunlight back and right into your eyeballs. It's called snow blindness when it overwhelms you on Earth, and the lack of atmosphere on Europa sure ain't helping. Harsh! So, yeah, I'd say Europa's pretty similar to Earth. If Earth had no atmosphere, was covered in ice, and had absolutely no interesting oceans to see. So in short, it sucks. I'm freezing out here. I already upgraded my suit from the Mark 1 to the Mark 2, but Europa is a blistering minus 140 degrees Celsius on its surface, and that's in the warm parts. Europa also orbits so close to Jupiter, you can basically smell it from here. Man, Jupiter smells like someone who hasn't changed spacesuits or showered in 6 years. Another fun byproduct is that Jupiter's massive magnetic field traps a lot of high-energy particles inside it, which bathes Europa in radiation. Space bath! No showers needed! Blech. Jupiter has a bunch of moons, and Europa is one of its 4 biggest baddies. It's still technically smaller than Earth's moon, but there are 100% aliens living here. It's confirmed, 100%! Except, looks pretty lifeless if you ask me. Beauty though is only skin deep. Is Europa trapped in the life-spawning friend zone? So, life needs 3 things to exist, we think. First, water. Check! You see, Galileo spent 8 years orbiting Jupiter gathering data. That's the spacecraft Galileo, not Galileo the man. Common misunderstanding. That led some serious Europa heads to believe this moon has the same amount of water as all of Earth's oceans combined, doubled. So like, where is it though? I regret to report that I don't see no water, only ice. This mission is a waste of my precious time.
That's because Europa's vast oceans are not surface level. They are located far beneath its thick outer ice shell.
Psych! That's because Europa's vast. Wait, Rico, what the heck, man? That was my grand reveal. Okay, whatever. Big water, underground. Moving on. The next ingredient for life, energy. Now, you Earthlings get most of the energy there is on Earth from the sun. Even gasoline basically comes from sunlight when you think about it. But on Europa, the only place for life would be underwater, where there is no sunlight. But there is a darker secret. Energy here comes from tidal heating, not oceanic tides, but from the core and plates of this moon that are constantly being squashed and stretched from the enormous gravity of the solar system's biggest planet, Jupiter. There could be hydrothermal vents down there on the ocean floor. And just like on Earth, these vents would spew out heat, energy, and chemicals. And if you hadn't guessed it, chemicals was the last ingredient. So, voila, life. 100% confirmed in every single possible way other than, recording it or seeing it. Stuff on Earth is made up of carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur. And based on Galileo, again the spacecraft, not the wonky telescope dude, scientists think Europa has all that. And what's that? Rico?
Identified structures, cryovolcanoes. Eruption material, water in liquid and solid states.
What? Ice volcanoes? That's sick! Oh my god. Okay. So how do you suggest I find life here? This ice looks thick.
Drilling required. Deploy high-performance drill engineered for extreme cryogenic conditions. Power source, portable nuclear generator. Features, lightweight frame, thermal penetration system, and subaqueous sample retrieval capability.
Right, great. So just like the everyday stuff that you would just happen to carry around with you on your spaceship. No, I'm serious. I happen to have that on my spaceship. I have the best drill in the universe. I'm so excited to meet who's down here. Craigslist drill for the win!
Probability of encountering humanoid life, low.
Let me have this one, Rico. Gosh, yes, okay. Obviously, the odds of seeing any kind of life with my eyeballs are like 0 to 0.0000000 whatever, 1. If life exists down here, it's probably microscopic. That's not how I pictured this mission, but since we're here, let's do this. I don't feel so good. I think I might puke.
Your body temperature is rising. You're experiencing the symptoms of radiation poisoning.
What? Bezos! Oprah! Why didn't either of you warn me about the radiation that I spoke about earlier? Nausea, headaches, dizziness. This isn't fun anymore, guys. I want to have express free returns of myself from this moon!
If you don't return to your shielded spacecraft immediately, this exposure will result in death.
Huh? Oh, no. I'm fine now. I'm good, Rico. I just need to lie down for 5 minutes.
That's a bad idea. You need to return the samples to the spaceship.
Right. The samples. I have to get the samples. This is still so sick, though!
The impact force from the cryovolcano has damaged your spacesuit. You're losing oxygen.
And that's how it happens, people. Listen, with extreme conditions like Europa and only having a Mark II spacesuit, I could only last 10 minutes. After 1 minute, I'll start to get severe frostbite. 2 minutes, I'm shivering, then hypothermia. And 10 minutes later, comatose. Thankfully, I didn't have to deal with any of that nonsense. I just suffocated, like a sophisticated gentleman would. I do regret not getting those samples back to my ship, but going back to get them another time seems so passé. I mean, I'm already somewhere new. I'm sure Galileo will be around to pick it up eventually. The man, not the spacecraft. So yeah, I died in this episode, but next time, I'm for sure surviving. Subscribe to see how. Bye.